don't know us, we are the daughters of the bride. We're going to keep this short as we know our new stepfather will keep you entertained for most of each time. So, good luck with that one. On behalf of Susan and Pete, we welcome you to their very special day.
We've been asked to speak in the space of someone who's not with us today. If our grandpa were alive, he'd be a very proud man to be able to give his daughter's hand in marriage. Instead, today we had the honour.
Pete, welcome to our family. We cannot thank you enough for the smile that you can put on our mother's face. I hope you realise that on this day you haven't just married Susan and Andrew, but you're picking up two ready-to-made daughters. And a mother-in-law with enough drama and excitement to keep you busy for the rest of your life. Good luck. But you do seem to be enjoying it so far. You must be gold dust for putting up with us all, even if your DIY school skills are rather questionable.
DIY schools?
Are rather questionable. As you can't seem to change a light bulb either.
I've got whoops though, so don't worry.
They say that man was made in the image of God. We personally believe that man was made in the image of their mother. In our case, I believe that we're extremely fortunate because not only did we inherit your beauty and your strength, but we also got the strength from the woman that made you. So Pete, I believe that the person you need to thank the most is the person right here for creating one of the most loving, caring, gracious, and nagging people. So, and I ask that you raise your glass to the mother of the bride.
Nan.
Well done.
Right, sorry. Yes, and above all, our greatest wish for the two of you is that through the years your love for each other will deepen and grow, so that years from now you will look back on this day, your wedding day, as the day that you loved each other the deepest.
That's lovely.
Here's to the past for all that you've learned. Here's to the present for all that you share. And here's to the future for all that you look forward to together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we give you Susan and Pete, the bride and groom.
Get up, Dave.
Get up, Dave.
Go on, Dave.
Good luck, Dave.
Come on, Dave. Just a couple of minutes on.
Come, Dave.
Champagne, red wine, white wine. Brandy, please. That was...
Speak up!
That was amazing. Just 2 photos. He's got 4. That was amazing. You two have been, well, you've been the poem, the song. This is an English speech because I couldn't.
Excuse me, can you speak up please? Can you speak up about it? Thank you.
No, I don't need it. All right, okay. No, I don't need it. I'll just shout because I normally don't worry about things like that. Yeah, okay. Sorry, Janie. Can you hear me now?
Thank you. Just reminding me, hearing aid inspector's going.
That was quite amazing. They are 2 quite remarkable characters, as you saw today in Hall Place. A singer, a poem. She can sing as well, which is quite remarkable. But she just chose not to. I am just so lucky to be in a family with so much talent. As Scotty said to me today, you know, they can sing and you've got a tongue once. That's what you brought to the party. But I cannot compete with it. It's just so amazing. And thank you for everything. The speech was lovely. It does leave me weak, it leaves me crying. I'm just so lucky to have them. They both moved out now, which is very sad. I don't know why. But I do miss them. Having lived what's the word, in sin, sorry Mum, for a while. It was lovely when, even though for 2 or 3 months, when the creature from the Black Lagoon would come in with a duvet round and this one would come in, hang on. And they'd come and sit on our bed and we would chat. And that's when I felt really that I was part of the family and they'd accepted me. You know, it was very, very difficult. They've had a tough time. They've had a wonderful mother who's looked after them, a wonderful nana who's looked after them, and I'm really glad to have stepped in and to get those words and those appellations is absolutely fantastic in you. I've loved every minute of your company, and I really do miss you not being here. So that's not part of the rehearsal. So now we go on. Sorry, it's all right to put a glass on to remind me what I'm going to say now.
Squash was a winner.
Here we go. Good evening and welcome to this year's AGM. I think I've pulled the wrong speech. You like to put drama, don't we? I haven't pulled the wrong speech, but it's only a full AGM. Here we are. We've had a lovely day. It's been great. The weather's been fine. Lovely setting. Now we're here. You're all smiling, which is the most important thing to me. People have asked me, have you been worried? Have you been frightened? And the answer is no. I've been really looking forward to it. And time has, you know, from the propose or any of now, you know, all the planning, everything we've done has really just rushed away. And the only time I got really frightened was this morning. I was sitting down, pretty comfortable, second cup of coffee, bacon sandwich, and he sits down and decides he's going to write his speech. And it's, of course, it's a strange scenario, isn't it? You've asked your best friend, the guy you've known forever, your trusted friend, someone under normal circumstances you go to, if you've got any problems, you go to him and say, can you open it? I've got a problem. Can we discuss it? And then suddenly I'm up here now, and he's coming up next. And I haven't got a bloody clue what he's going to say. We have a saying, don't we, Ron and Mick? You know, what goes on tour stays on tour. Is that going to happen tonight? Or am I going to be looking for my solicitor tonight? I'm quite certain at the end of the day I'm going to be saying to him, that was very kind of you, but I don't deserve it. I have known this man since 1965, when he joined me at Dartford Grammar School. I was there in 64 and he came in. And it was only a few years ago, a few months ago, that I realised that both of us had passed into the archives of Dartford Grammar School history. They're building up an archive room, and I was up there with a couple of the other big guys who were involved in it. And someone turned to me and said, Ravo, that's a lot of you know that one. Have you got any idea what this is about? And there was this old piece of paper. It was passed across to me. I looked at it, and it was the draft notes that I had put together of my speech for this man and Liz when I was the best man at their wedding. For some reason, this has now got into the archives of the Dartford Grammar School. How I've got no idea, but it just shows how famous and infamous we are. You probably are not aware, some of you may know, that Susan and I met on the internet. Magic tool for those of you who are out there. I had this email from this very attractive lady asking me if I ever went to Erie's Playhouse, which I did, occasionally, not being a great thespian I am, but we agreed to meet for a date. of emails, a couple of phone calls. Everything was going very smoothly. And we met down at Hall Place, where we actually been tonight. Sitting there during the evening, she turned up. She said, well, you weren't feeling too well then, weren't you? I'll have an orange juice. I'll have an orange juice. I thought, we've got this over here. How things have changed. So we're sitting there and having a nice chat. Cool. Nice fun. She walks up and chat away. Text message. Sorry, I must have this. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Carrying on chatting. Text message. Blah, 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 blah. Going on. Getting on really well. Really looking good. Another text message. And I find out it's 1, 2, 3. Texted, everything all right? Everything okay? This is the get out, of course, just in case you bet the Mad Axe move. But as it turns out, you know, these things work out. We weren't on the same website when it came through. I invested £1.99 to get onto her website for 3 days. Possibly the best £1.99.
Possibly.
I might actually want to come back tomorrow when I get the bill in for all this and say, probably the most expensive one. Anyhow, on to the thanks. That's the jokes. No jokes. Nothing at all. I'm going to take this opportunity. This is where I've got to read. This is where I've got to be glasses on. So, my thanks to Mum. What a lovely girl. The lovely Amy. The lovely Jennifer. For giving me the green light to marry Sue. We did have a little chat about it at the thing. At the barbecue, for those who were there, it was a lovely day, and they gave me the go-ahead. Christine, my sister-in-law, as I can now call her, she has been absolutely fantastic in being the wedding planner. I don't know where we would be without her. We were almost without her today because she didn't actually turn up. But she has done an incredible job in organising it. We've had spreadsheets going from that side of the room to this side of the room. It's been amazing. She's done a fantastic job. Well, you couldn't cope with that. Yeah. We had a couple of strange requests to be fit in with it. One was from Amy to make sure that we had a nice car park. And of course from Rosie, who seems to... Oh, she's over there. She's over there. She actually made sure that there was somewhere today that we could go and feed the ducks. So, you know, you have to do these things when you're having a wedding, don't you? Feeding ducks is obviously... here's a man who's done lots of weddings. If you were to make sure that you went to take photos. Yeah. I wasn't going to mention the fact that when people normally throw confetti at you, that's what it's all about. I got hit in the face today by a hobus. Did you get that all, Phil? Yeah. My thanks to David, my best man. Yeah, I've known him for, since 1965, and I'm really delighted now to have the opportunity to invite him to be my best man. He's been a star. Love him to death, don't I, Liz? To Ian, for eventually turning up today, and to Dave once again. I mean, what would we have done today without the ushers? What a fantastic job they did do. They were totally not in control. David, what a wonderful job you did as an usher. And I'd like to thank myself as well for saying, well, there's a seat in there, go and sit down. Help yourself. Totally in control, both of them. So if you're ever looking for an usher, don't bother with it. To Robert, what a wonderful job he did looking after Mum. To Mark, thank you very much for that wonderful performance on the old Joanna. It's a shame that we couldn't get it. It would have been lovely to get Roger to do a duo with him, but we didn't realise that they know each other. But it's such a small world in this wonderful operatics, this wonderful society, musical society. I haven't got a clue, I don't know. I'd like a special mention to young Stephen, who I've known for an awful long time when we worked together at Bexley. He's flown all the way over from Atlanta. We haven't given him a job today, we just gave him a day off to recover. Thanks for coming over, mate. It was lovely to see you. I also like at this time to actually mention, which is something rather bizarre. Over here we have Stephen Andrew, and over, where is he? He's here. And over there we have Andrew Stevens.
It's my brother.
Also to Clive and Steve. Clive, who's probably behind there looking after the bar. Steve, who's done on the coaching. They've been fantastic. Sue and I came down here, turned it over. Oh, here he comes. Oh, no, he's not coming out. Where is Steve? Is Steve, you in there? Where are you, Steve? Poke your nose out. Here he is. He's not as young as he looks because we actually played rugby together. Cheers, mate. Thank you for looking after us. Karen and Vicky, who organised, who turned a rugby club hall into the reception area it's been today. They've been fantastic. I know one or two people had reservations about coming down here. To me, it was, well, we're going over there, we might as well come over here. We've got some real ale, the beer's good, the wine's good, and I know you're going to have a good time. And I know I was going to be looked after, and I know this lady was going to be looked after. That's the most important thing as far as I'm concerned. I'd also like a little special, can you just stand up please, Rosie? Can you turn round and take a bow, please? Oh, yes. Rosie has done all the planning today. When Sue and I were in South Africa, we had a wonderful time seeing all the wildlife. Susan fell in love with bird watching, and all the birds that are on your table with your menu and your names were birds that we actually saw out there. It was a little thing we decided to put together. And this young lady did hours of research, hours of
PowerPoint
research.
presentation.
PowerPoint presentation to get all the photos taken out and put on. So without this lady, you wouldn't have had your table decoration. Thank you to you all for coming and making it such a special day. Jackie, down there, has done a wonderful job in all of these little things. Some of you, favours, that's the word I want. And a lot of hard work behind the scenes. Thank you, Jackie. Lovely to see you here. Another nice hairpiece there. And finally, to Auntie Pat and Uncle John, not really Uncle John, she's always been Auntie Pat. Pat is my godmother. And not last month, it was on August, wasn't it? We were honoured to attend their diamond wedding anniversary.
Wow.
Oh.
So I would just like to take this opportunity to say, would you do us the honour of being the first on our guest list for our diamond? I'm 60, so I've got to be 120. John is 43. max 38. So we expect them to be there. We've had a wonderful time. I've loved every minute of it. I really look forward to it. But it has exceeded my expectations without a doubt. Thank you for all coming. I've got a couple of presentations. Do you want to do the presentations? The flowers? I've got to do it. No, you haven't. She started. Well, wasn't that what a lovely stand up?
Well, shall I pick it up and just say...
Well, would you like to wander round? Go walk about.
Do as you're told.
No, it's ad hoc.
First argument.
I'd like to present you, my mother, with this amazing decoration for being such a wonderful mother. No, don't look at me.
You're going to get them right.
Okay.
So you've been in different things.
I'd now like to go and present this to Pat. Not for me, thank I've now got to sit down and turn it over to him. People have asked me, have you been worried? Have you been nervous? And I said, no, not at all. Not until about 10:30 this morning, when he decided, let's put a speech together. And I'm sitting there with a cup of coffee, and I can see him typing up the PC. About 11:15, the computer crashed. And it went out. And I went, thank God it's all been lost. But unfortunately, it got me covered. So I've got no idea what the man's been saying. Hopefully what goes on tour stays on tour, but it's now my presentation. Have I got an objection? Well, okay. So the lady in blue, the singer and the poet, what a fantastic job they did. It was quite amazing. It was very emotional for me and the day. Almost cried. They were wonderful. They look lovely. They are lovely. I don't want to use the word stepdaughters because they're close, aren't they? So, Amy and Jennifer.
Well, where do I begin?
4 pages.
What a happy top table. All in tears. That's before I started.
He normally leaves people in tears.
It's been quite an interesting day. Quite unusual. I've never been to a wedding like this. With the way in which the arrangements have gone. It's absolutely superb. It's different. But I've never been to one like this. And it was going to be slightly different if Peter had his way. Because when I got back from Cyprus yesterday, there was an email which said, this is the order in which we're going to do the speeches. And slightly unusual. And the main reason it was unusual, he was so worried about what I might say about him, that he decided I should speak before him, so that he could present to you his defence against anything I might say about him. And I thought, what does that really say for somebody who's known him that long, that he doesn't trust me to say nice things about him? The other big concern today was, of course, I very nearly got married again. I thought that was quiet. What was really odd was when I got up and did my bit with the rings, there was a slight problem because one ring fitted exactly inside the other one. So when I felt in my pocket for the two rings, I could only feel one. And I thought, oh no, it's one of those bad days. Unfortunately, the little one fell out, and I thought, oh, God, fell out. But having handed the rings over, made the beeline and go back to my seat, and the registrar said, no, you can stay. And I thought, I could get married here if I stay here. I didn't believe it was going to happen. The great advantage would have been if the registrar said you can get married, having done all those words, it would have been legal, and that would have been the end of it. Bad luck, this. However, my main job here today, and it's a great pleasure, is to respond on behalf of the talented, multitasking bridesmaid to his belated speech, and toast about them. I also get the opportunity to say something about him, and that's particularly for Sue's side of the family, so that they understand what they've really got. I think we would all agree that Sue is a great cat, and actually, I think my chum is a great cat. I think she's done really well.
Yeah, that's fine. Get out while you're ahead, mate.
They're in the bag. And what I thought I'd do is I'll share with you some of the things about my chum, who, as he's told you more than once, it's nearly 50 years that I've known him. And there are some things which are the same about him now, and there are some things which have changed as a result of Sue. He gave you the bit about his name change. For those of us who've known him for some time, me back when I was 11, he's always been known as Rabbo or Rabbs. If you look at his email address, it's Rabbo53. There's lots of people who haven't got the faintest idea who you're talking about when you talk about Peter. The only time he was ever called Peter was by his mum and dad, or when he'd done something he shouldn't have done, he was being naughty. So that throughout his life, he's never been Pete. Now, he's Pete, so you've changed his name. But you'll forgive me, I'll stay with his real name, which is Brad, which he's had for a much longer time. He told you about when he first met Sue. Well, I'll tell you the other part of that, when he told us about the fact that he's met. We were playing golf. Whoops, Brad and I were playing golf. And there's a thing about Rabs, which is when he's really happy about something, or something's happened and it's really, that's good, like he's 108, things like that. 108 is 100 runs, the only time he scored 100 when he played cricket.
You were there, pal.
Well, I was there.
You made me show for it.
Yeah, I was the umpire that kept you in. I knew he'd buy lots of beer on the back of that. But when he's really thirsty, he wants to tell you. You know he wants to tell you something. So we thought, that's all right, we'll just keep him down a bit, keep him under control. The way we play golf is not a very sociable way, because we all stand on the same bit of turf, tee off. One goes left, one goes right, one goes short. The three of us. And Dave had the misfortune to come out and play with the three of us, and he can vouch for the fact how hopeless the other three of us are. But of course it means that we don't spend a lot of time talking to each other, because